Good afternoon. Verizon says it's 1 o'clock, so we're going to get this started. My name is John Enomite, and I have the privilege of welcoming all of you to the Spring 2023 Electrical Line Worker graduation at Stanley Community College. Of course, we're going to preface the entire conversation today around congratulations to each of these individuals on stage. We really are proud of each one of them. Today marks the end of a special partnership. You'll hear more about that throughout the ceremony, but my job is to welcome you. And Stanley Community College certainly welcomes you on behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and Board of Trustees. We are thrilled that each of you are with us today. Today marks Stanley Community College's 12th graduation for the Electrical Line Worker program, with the program meeting over 350 hours in the class. Since that time, there have been 128 students enroll, with 119 graduating throughout those 12 graduating classes. Obviously, around an average of 10 per class. This class marks the first graduation with a partnership with the City of Albemarle, and we're very thankful to all of our partners who make the Electrical Line Worker program possible, but a special thanks goes to the City of Albemarle and their partnership. The City of Albemarle and Stanley Community College, through this partnership, the city provides electrical line workers who are employed by the city as faculty for the program. So these individuals on stage who are receiving their credentials have earned their certificate today by learning from experts in the field who are employed as electrical line workers. So I certainly want to thank the city for their partnership. Without that partnership, the program would not be possible. I would say, though, that without the partnership of many other partners, the program would not be possible. The community college has an advisory board that helps guide the direction of the program. Those advisory board members include, of course, the City of Albemarle, as I mentioned, Davie Resource Group, Duke Energy, Globe Incorporated, Mastec, PD Electric, Pike Electric, Tar Heel Electric Membership Corporation, Randolph Electric, ULCS, Asplund, Union Power Electric and Utility Service Agency. Again, thanks to all of our partners for helping make this program possible. I'm between these individuals and their certificate and the rest of the program, but I did want to mention how much I appreciate each one of you for choosing Stanley Community College. We are proud of each of you, and we're thankful that you came to SCC for your education. It's quite a program, and one that we are proud of as a whole, and we're certainly happy for each and every one of you. Just to give some context to the audience members, in thinking about the electrical line worker field, the line worker profession can actually be dated back to 1840. Now, I don't know about any of you, but I don't remember 1840. But the line worker profession started with telephone lines being hung from trees, and it evolved over the time to become what we have with us now. There are, of course, our society is highly dependent upon the work that these young folks will set out to do. We are definitely dependent upon our electricity and our communication media, which these individuals will help ensure continue to run. Of course, we're very thankful for the line workers as they run to danger. We don't think about power when we have it, but when we don't have it, we certainly complain that we don't have it and we can't wait until it's restored. These individuals, while they're not in the medical field, they are lifesavers. For you think about the individuals who are reliant upon life-saving equipment such as respirators, oxygen machines, etc., that are using electricity, and when that power is interrupted, their lives are certainly at stake. So while they're not nurses or doctors, they're certainly critical to life-saving efforts, and we're very thankful of that. Of course, you all will hear much about safety throughout the day. I would expect you've heard quite a bit about safety during the 12 weeks that you've been with us. We certainly want you to remember that as you enter the workforce. Your families want you to be home. They want to see you, and they want to make sure that you're safe. So take your time, make sure that you use all the proper protective equipment that you've been taught, and be safe. Make sure that you do it right and do it safely. So with that, I am going to conclude my remarks with one more congratulation message to each of you. Again, thank you for choosing Stanley Community College, and thanks to all of the family for being here, family and friends, recognizing and supporting these individuals on stage. With that, I will now like to welcome soon-to-be Dr. Jeff Parsons to the stage, and he will continue the program. Thank you.
Well, I walked by and shook all your hands earlier, but I want to say congratulations again in front of everybody. It is a difficult program you just came through. I would say from a physical exertion point of view and a risky point of view, it's one of the most strenuous, most difficult programs we have, and we cram it all into 12 weeks. So y'all are exhausted, I'm sure. But I do wish you well, wish you the best. I want to take a minute. I'm Jeff Parsons. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs at the college, and want to take a minute to recognize the large number of faculty and staff who it takes to make this class for these folks even happen. First, I want to thank the folks who were teaching the class this year, the City of Albemarle employees. Jimmy Honeycutt is our lead instructor, Scotty Culp and Matt Crump were other instructors who from the City of Albemarle helped to guide this program. Roger Carpenter, who's been our longtime assistant with the program, hanging out back there in the back. I want to thank him, and as we sort of transitioned from one phase of the program to the other, provided some continuity between the two. A lot of other instructors that you guys had. Josh Aldridge, who provided OSHA training. Austin Smith, who provided an overview of CDL training. Donnie Hatley, who provided you with flagger training. Gary Hatley, who provided you with training on electrical distribution. Scott Shue, who trained you on CPR, AED, and first aid. Ann Rushing from North Carolina 811 on locating. Tracy Carpenter, who did the great job of providing you with interview skills and resume writing so that you can take what you learned here and put it toward a paycheck, which is kind of where you're trying to get to. Mark for Sample running the sound system for us. Want to give a shout out to our social media and marketing folks, Andre Burrows, Nicole Williams, Christian, and Emma, who are up here. And I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to Karen Russell, who coordinates the program, and appreciate all the work she puts into keeping everybody squared away. So, well, thank you all for that. I will just take the liberty while I'm up here to, again, say what Dr. Enamite said at the end. We do want you to be safe. We want you to take the lessons of safety and use them every day. I'm not a line worker. You wouldn't want me to be a line worker. I'd last half a day as a line worker, and I know that, and I'm comfortable with that. But I will say that in the job I do have, any time and every time I've ever taken a shortcut, it didn't end well for me. I usually got in trouble for it, or something didn't work out the way I intended because I took a shortcut. You guys are in a field where a shortcut will kill you or somebody else. So don't take shortcuts. Okay? Do it the right way for you, your families, and the folks who need the power back on. So congratulations again. Thank you to all of the folks who helped to make this happen for them. And congratulations to the families who stood behind them. I'm going to turn this over to Devin Balcom, who's our Associate Vice President for Advanced Manufacturing, Industry, Technology, and Trades. Thank you.
All right. Well, I want to say something that Dr. Enamite and Jeff didn't say is when you're part of the Stanley Community College family now, and so that means that you've got a resource here with us. So it doesn't stop today. there's other things that you may want to do to grow, or you may need some assistance in things. We're here to help you, so make sure that you reach out if you have those needs, okay? So I have gotten the occasion and the privilege to be able to work with these young men to help establish or get them some extra funding for going through this program. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the State Employee Credit Union. They actually have a grant or scholarship opportunity that is made possible to the Lineworker students. It's called the Bridge to Career Cohort Program. And so we had a number of students that completed the application and received a $500 scholarship. And so I'm going to read their names. And as I read their names, I ask that they stand up so that so they'll be recognized. It's a short period of time to stand up, take your glory right now, okay? So if you will, just stand up as I call your name. These individuals received the $500 scholarship from the State Employee Credit Union. Nicholas Behringer, Dallas Bowles, Justin Collins, Israel Diaz, Eric Dudney, Gavin Dry, Jesus Espinozo Milan, and Grayson Love. In addition to these young men, well, I have to tell you, I get to talk to these young men for the next 3 months because they've got to report in to me. So family members, remind them that they have to contact Devin Balcom every month to let me know what's taking place. They'll be hearing from me each month. So anyway, in addition to their receiving of scholarships, we also have Blake Helms, who received the Will Hughes Scholarship of $250. So congratulations on receiving this to help pay for your education. All right. With this, y'all can sit down. I am actually, Dr. Enemight has actually discussed our partnership, and it's my privilege to be able to invite Jay Voles to come up, and he is part of our partnership, and he's going to be able to address you today from the industry.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. For those up here that don't know me, there was a very cold day in the winter. I got a call from Mr. Honeycutt, the instructor, and said he was really cold up there. I was the guy that showed up in the dump truck with a load of wood. So one of the many services that we provide. So before I get started here, I'd like to take a moment to thank those involved with the success of this program. First, I'd like to thank the students for taking a very important step and making a great decision to further their education and to be involved in a field that they have a passion for. I'd also like to thank the leadership at Stanley Community College, Dr. Enemight, Mr. Balcom, Mr. Parsons, and Mrs. Russell for approaching the City of Albemarle with this wonderful opportunity to instruct this program. And also City Manager Michael Ferris and Human Resources Director Dana Cheney for offering the Public Utilities Department Electric Division with the wonderful opportunity to instruct the program as well. Lastly, I'd like to offer a special thank you to all the instructors of this program previously mentioned, including the Electric Division staff Jimmy Honeycutt, Matt Crump, and Scotty Culp for subsiding their regular full-time duties of managing the city's electric utility to mentor these students. I would like to take some time to talk about how the City of Albemarle got here. When the community college first approached the city about being involved in this program, we became very excited to have the opportunity to exercise one of the city's longest traditions, passing down institutional knowledge and providing key training and experience to upcoming professionals from one generation to the next. I've relied heavily on the utility staff to provide me the resources and their experience, which has greatly assisted in decision-making as we try to modernize our approach and continue to push ourselves to the future. Part of the city's strategic plan, which guides us into our decision-making into improving our services the city provides to the community and our employees, is to continue investing in our workforce to better the services that we provide. The community college's offer to be involved in this instruction of this program is a wonderful opportunity to do just that, and for that we are very thankful. I'd like to talk about the current state of the industry. According to labor statistics demand for electric line workers is expected to climb by 8.5% by 2026. It is also estimated that there will be 21,500 line worker job openings in 2023 alone. Each year over the past 5 years, we have seen a gradual increase in job openings across the industry. Much of this is a product of baby boomers and Generation X beginning to leave the industry, and another reason, at least regionally, is a significant increase in residential development due to local housing inventory shortages. As the topics of grid modernization come forward, the need for experienced and trained line workers in both transmission and distribution is required. And lastly, if I can offer my personal advice on how to navigate your eventual future within any industry, but specifically the electric industry, is to continue making decisions to further your education, training, and experience, and to be open-minded to diverse topics, and ones that you may not necessarily agree with. Rely on experienced mentors to bring you up and offer yourself up to bring others up with you. When you open yourself to further education and advanced training, your path goes from singular to multiplied. You will be presented with opportunities that you may have never realized or have even had any interest in. If you had asked me 10 years ago, when I was 18 years old, in my second year at UNC Charlotte and working at Bass Pro Shop selling fishing rods, where I saw myself in 10 years, I would have never said being a public utilities director for the city of Albemarle and overseeing an electric distribution system with a complex power agreement with Duke Energy. So it just goes to show that you never really know what opportunities may come your way. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Continue to decide to further your training and education, like you did months ago when you decided to enter this program, and continue to find those people who are willing to mentor you and train you to make good decisions, and continue to lend yourself to learning new topics and bring others with you for the ride. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Josh Aldridge. I am the Dean of Advanced Manufacturing in Industry and Trades, and we're getting ready to do what we all came for, right? Y'all ready to get these? So we're going to award our certificates at this point. If you guys, when you hear your names, come up. Mr. Jimmy here, and when you get done, stand over there to the side, and we'll all recognize everybody at the end, all right? Sound good? All right. Nicholas Behringer. Dallas Bowles. Justin Collins. Israel Diaz. Gavin Dry. Eric Dudney. Jesus Espinoza Milan. Blake Helms. Grayson Love. Grayson Pope. And Hayden Stiller. At this time, let us recognize our graduates. All right, this is going to complete our ceremony. I do want to say that if we have any employers that want to come talk to the graduates, not talk down to them, come down here and talk to the graduates, that is much welcome. And family, remember that if they come down here, give them a few minutes to talk, right? So appreciate it, guys. Y'all stay safe, and it was a pleasure. Last thing, Miss Karen reminded me to tell you guys, check your emails. You have an email from her. Duke Energy has an event April the 10th for hiring. So
Monday, April the 10th. So, all righty, thank you.